Okay, so I'm doing the preempted video short here of the video you can watch on how this works and that. And the reason I'm doing a preempted one is because I was trying to see if I could get my shorts to get a lot more views by saying if they got 2,000 views, I would build this. When in actuality, I had already built this. So in a way, I had trolled the trolls because they're like, that's not going to work, it's dangerous, whatever. That's what the majority opinion was, but I already knew it worked. I already busted my struts loose, took the pieces out so I could check it out. So anyways, you can watch the video now here on how it was intended to go, you know, pretending that I had already built it. And the short was, if you make this hit 2,000 views, I would build it. It was already built, so enjoy the video. Okay, here's the end result of my Super Beetle Strut Compressor, spring compressor. You might notice that the jack is fully extended. That's kind of how this works, because you're going to have something to let the tension of the spring. So I designed it to where it only compresses it a couple inches, enough to get the net off and then let the pressure off. I got hitch pins here to hold this safety bar in to keep it from going anywhere. Got a piece of tubing so the goes down inside of it. This here isn't a reinforcement plate. I needed to make up a little bit in the distance, so I just move that up to where that fits. That's just still there for safety, and now it's compressed as much as it needs to be. Let's hook up the air line and see how she comes apart. There's the nut. And now for the moment of truth. Get on there. There you go, since the spring's coming up with it because it's attached to it. And it works. Let me take this off and I'll give you a better look at the mechanism I built. Oh yeah, I haven't already mentioned it. Just a Harbor Freight 12-ton with a Walmart jack, because I bought the assembly. The jack was missing and that's bent. Got new pieces there to make a better one. But anyway, bought it for $10, and so far it's been great. But yeah, let me stop and show you that piece. Okay, and here you go. Here's the main component I built to attach to the Harbor Freight shop press. It looks heavy, but it's not that heavy, probably only about 5 pounds. Here's what I call the safety bar, which is a cutout for hopefully you could do bigger struts, and also so it's not just banging in it, but basically it goes in there underneath, kind of locks in, so if anything were to happen, it can't go flying at you. Found these, so I started using these, but how I designed this is, I get stuck up in the air a little bit, so I could just use the regular, of course that's the rough hole, they're both the rough hole. Anyways, see, that's why it's so tight. There you go. As you can see, I could use 3/8 bolts and the head can't turn because it's butted up against it. Like that both ways, but then I found these and just quicker. So anywho, let's take a better look at it. It is literally just made from junk, as you can tell by the rust on it. You know, this is all just, let's say that's 1.5 inch angle there. Every piece of it, I just basically did, almost dropped it, basically just did that, you know. I measured it to where it looks like it could do a 6-inch spring, but I don't know, without testing. I mostly did this for Volkswagens, but probably using the same concept if you wanted. You could do regular Hondas and stuff, more common stuff. And look at the plate with the cutout for the... There's also so like if you had a wobbly socket and an extension on your thing. And like I said, the top is just... I needed a little bit more space to get it just right. Because like I said, the whole thing is you got to figure out how much the spring needs to come up, because you got to jack the thing all the way up. Then I took and found about 1.5 inches, I believe. Yeah, 1.5 inches is which I needed for what I wanted to do. So jacked all the way down the bottle jack, let it up 1.5 inches, then took all my measurements, built this, and as you can see from the demonstration that it does work. So there you go. Maybe this will inspire you to build your own. See ya.